The circle, a common shape in life, appears simple. However, it is a complex and fascinating shape that embodies hidden philosophies. Circles are ubiquitous in nature and adopted in every conceivable area of human experience, from art to architecture and religion. The interesting question is, why? What we see now can explain its central role in the many cultural meanings we create. Apple is one of the world's leading computer companies. This new round headquarters building, known as the spaceship. But why was it built as a circular? In ancient times, people were fascinated by the natural phenomena that occurred in the sky, such as the rising and setting of the sun, lunar eclipses, and brief rain showers. They observed these events and developed an understanding of the circular nature of the sun and moon's movements. In 3000 BC, for some purpose, mankind built a circle, one of the earliest circular structures of mankind, out of huge stones, a sacred place where mankind connected with the universe. The powerful stone circles symbolize natural cycles, such as sunrise and sunset, the seasons and the movement of the stars. The central axis leading to Stonehenge is on the same line as the sun rising on the morning of the summer solstice. In addition, the connecting lines of two of the stones point towards the sunset on the winter solstice. In the imagination, prehistoric man built Stonehenge with simple tools. At a time when there were no wheels, a single stone weighing 50 tons, transported from afar. The sight of these huge stones certainly knocked us out. Stonehenge has deep spiritual significance and is an important symbol of human history and culture, and the stones are believed to have spiritual powers. Prehistoric societies may have seen the stones as the embodiment of natural forces, ancestral spirits, or other spiritual entities. From ancient Greece to the Roman Empire, the circle was a sacred figure given to human by the gods, and because of its symmetry, was considered to represent the sacred and the balance of nature. The cylindrical system of Greek temples gave rise to many classical buildings. Their foundations have survived to reveal their former splendor. Out of respect for the gods, the stone columns of Greek temples were carved in circles. The more columns, the higher the rank. In Roman churches, the interior of the dome, the highest point of the building from which God descended, was lit through round holes. Different styles of painting and domes added to the mystery and authority of the building. In the East, China has a deeper understanding of the circle. Circular motifs on the backs of figures in Dunhuang murals and the Datong grottos in Shaanxi province Buddhist art represent the divinity and majesty of the figures. Buddhism has evolved over the centuries, incorporating the ideas of Confucianism and Zhuangzi to produce the Zen school. In Zen Buddhism, The circular phase is represented by the hand drawing a circle in the air. The circle is a symbol of enlightenment, truth, cosmic wholeness, and equality. Different people interpret the circular phase in different ways. In 770 BC, the Chinese used the most precious jade to carve a circle as a sacrifice to the gods of heaven. Known as Hershey's bites, the round shape is an important spiritual archetype in Chinese culture and philosophy, representing Tao, God, and Zen. Chinese paintings often leave a lot of white space in the composition. Leaving white space is a compositional method to express the mood in the picture, in such a way that there is no actual object and no phase to express the image. Culture is like a river. There are different rivers that flow together so that it does not dry up. Zen Buddhism was introduced to Japan from China. During the Kamakura period, the Kamakura shogunate sponsored the development of a unique system of Buddhist Zen that is specific to Japanese history. Monks express Zen ideas in temples with dry landscapes, creating miniature programmed landscapes through a careful combination of rocks, water features, mosses, trimmed trees, and bushes. The rocks in this breathtaking scene express the majestic peaks of mountains and islands rising up through a sea of clouds. White waves gracefully surround the rocks, leaving behind delicate traces. The most famous Zen garden in Kyoto is Ryoan-ji Temple, where Zen gardens first became purely abstract. The garden is a rectangle of 340 square meters. It contains 15 rocks of different sizes. As the position changes, different views are seen. Japanese design is deeply influenced by Zen culture, which seeks to express the richest ideas in the simplest form, abandoning the obsession with appearances and seeing food as it is. Japanese design is about expressing the richest ideas in the simplest forms. The rich and practical space reflects the nature of architecture. It is an attempt to create a spiritual space deep within the human heart. A Zen-like atmosphere that blends with nature and simplicity. To achieve this effect, it is necessary to simplify the superficial layers as much as possible. And in art and design, this is what we see as the minimalist style. Steve Jobs, American inventor, entrepreneur, marketer, and co-founder of Apple Inc. Raised in a Christian home but fascinated by the Zen culture of the East, he applied Buddhist ideals to Apple products, creating Apple's distinctive design aesthetic. The sleek, elegant designs favored by Apple are linked to the Buddhist ideas of purity, simplicity, and purpose that were central to Jobs' personal philosophy.
And you can change it, you can influence it, you can You can build your own things that other people can use.
In 2007, while the mainstream mobile phone brands were still trying to figure out how to embellish their buttons, Apple introduced a single-button phone that used a collection of different apps with one program inside. It was just one circle that could hold everything. This change certainly shocked the consumer electronics industry. On the surface, it is nothing, but inside it is everything. That is Apple's System App Store. An infinite collection of programs. This is the mastery of Steve Jobs and one of the manifestations of Zen thinking. Created for a moment of serenity, the Apple Store is devoid of complicated decorations, replaced by understated, elegant shades of white and silver. This is the embodiment of simplicity. Like being in an art gallery and looking at works of art, light became an important part of Apple's brand communication, emphasizing qualities such as nature and individuality. Foster Associates understood Jobs' philosophy, and it was Jobs' understanding of Zen and his dedication to the pursuit of simplicity created the circular building we see today.